All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the case may be. Um, I got a topic today that everlasting topic, but there's always some new perspective in regards to the topic. Listen, if you're a new subscriber, if you're a new viewer rather, uh, and you're not subscribed, you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you are a subscriber, know that I appreciate you for watching my videos. Today on this vlog, I want to try to give you some pros and cons to marrying or dating a young Filipina. Now, if you're an older guy like myself and you're involved with a young Filipina, know that the young Filipina brings about a lot of energy, enthusiasm, uh, excitement, but she also brings about a lot of drama. And you have to be mature enough to deal with her drama. She has a lot of drama now because you got to remember she's young, she's energetic, um, everything that goes along with being young. She exemplifies it. So you need. She's also very mature though. Don't get me wrong. Just because she's young and she has drama, she's also very mature in a lot of aspects. But there are some aspects that she can contribute a lot of drama to the relationship, um, which you should be aware of. And if you're aware of it, you can appropriately deal with it. What are some of the reasons that, let's say, an old guy like me wants to have a relationship, a marriage, a family um, with a young Filipino when you know you're closer to the grave than you are anything else? Well, I'm gonna just tell you for me personally, um, it's about a gift that keeps giving. Now, if you got a pension, Social Security, whatever, if you um, if you receive your retirement your retirement wages, then those retirement wages are transferable to the spouse and to the child. Social Security is transferred to the child up to a certain age. So you get a young girl, young Filipino, you have a baby, and a young Filipino will have a baby, okay? Um, if you look at her for 20 seconds, she's pregnant. She's going, 25 seconds, she's going to look like a watermelon lady. No, but seriously, you have a child, right? Okay, so you know you're closer to the grave than anything else. Here's a Filipina who's living in a third world country. The money that you getting from Social Security, let's say, if they were to receive that monthly, that would put them in the upper middle class of their society. Filipina could go from being impoverished to upper middle class. And that's all because why? You decided to marry her, have a baby, and do the necessary paperwork for her to receive your benefits when you're dead and gone. So you got to remember, um, some situations being worth more when you're dead than you're alive is can be a problem, can cause trouble because someone it's not unheard of that someone would take advantage of the situation and call for your demise uh, immediately so that this person could receive those benefits, and no doubt they're going to benefit from it also too. So yeah, you have to be careful with that. But it's an option. It's something that you can do that can contribute to building um, generational wealth. Okay. Also, if you're an older guy like myself, okay, and you need help doing things. You need someone to put your clothes in the washing machine, hang them up, fold them, you know, clean your fingernails, give you a pedicure sometimes so your feet don't look so ugly, you know. Some days you may need a massage, you know. You say, well, those little bitty Filipinos. No, Filipinos, they're expert in massages. That is something that they know how to do, a lot of them. So you may need a massage. Just simple things, you know. You need somebody, you know how we used to sit around and say, hey, son, daughter, honey, hand me the remote. You know what I'm saying? Some Filipinos, when they got middle age and so forth, they're not too keen on doing those type of things. You know, like, or, baby, I'm so thirsty, I really need something to drink. Or young Filipino would, if she's thirsty, she gonna ask you, is you thirsty? She gonna go get her something to drink, get you something to drink. Older Filipina, if she thirsty, she gonna go get her something to drink, and she not gonna really think about bringing you something to drink. More often than not. Now, you got some that will, but they have a tendency to take care of their needs unless you specifically address a need that you're having. Now, the worst thing in the world I found out is to ask the Filipina to do something for you and she got an attitude. Okay? That's the worst thing. That's the worst thing in the world. You say, would you have me this or would you get this for me? And she look at you like, nigga, what's wrong with you? Well, that's a bad feeling, you know. That's a bad feeling. Or you say, you know, I really don't feel good today. My legs is hurting, my feet is hurting, you know. You got certain ailments that may cause your legs to hurt, may cause your feet to hurt. You have an injury or something, and you say, I'm hurting, you know. I'm really hurting today, and I don't feel like taking a pain pill. I don't want to go to sleep because the pain pill going to make you go to sleep. Can you just rub this for me for a few minutes? And then the middle-aged Filipino or older Filipino, she may tell you, well, my arm hurts, my hand hurts, my eye hurts. In other words, she ain't going to do it. She can't do it. You see? So you stuck. You know? You asshole out. You get no relief. Okay? And what I'm saying is that at this stage of the game, whether she's middle-aged, older, or whatever, you still paying the boss. You still paying the cost to be the boss. You still supplying all the household needs and everything. But you know, anything else you can't get it. You see. But whereas a young Filipina, she's more eager and anxious to satisfy you. She's eager and anxious to please you, to do those little things that to you mean a lot because of your condition, you see. Whereas, you know, you're not feeling good, you're irritable, you know, you're just not, you're not in the mood for no BS, you know, and you just want peace and quiet or whatever. Well, you can get that. Some Filipinos you can't get it. So when you need little things to accommodate you, the young Filipina, she's accessible, she's energetic, she's capable and willing to do it. You know, she's not going to tell you she got aches and pains and she can't do it. Okay. Um, yeah, she's going to have a baby for you. Like I said, you look at her for 20 minutes, she got a watermelon belly. Okay. Um, she's eager to try to cook. If she if she was raised cooking, or she she's learning, in the process of learning, she's eager to put those skills to work. Whereas you got some Filipinas, middle age, older, they don't know how to cook. They didn't cook because in their household they were not the ones that were responsible for cooking. Their responsibility was something else. It wasn't cooking, so therefore the chore of cooking is something that they're not too eager to embark on. But you being a older guy like myself, you really appreciate somebody who could fix you a good meal and have a decent food, and you can sit down and eat with your Filipina, enjoy it, and everything is everything. But if you got somebody that can't cook, then you gonna have hard fried fish and rice, dry rice every day. That's gonna be basically what you gonna get. And every now and then you'll get some overcooked or undercooked vegetables to go with that. Because most people who don't know how to cook, they don't know how to cook vegetables, and or they don't often cook vegetables. And that's just a historical fact. You know, they don't know how to cook them, and they very seldom do cook them. And an older gentleman like myself, we need to have vegetables at least once a day. You know, so those are some of the things that you would benefit by. And then the other thing is the conversations, because their conversations is going to be about what's happening now, um, what their thoughts is about what has happened, and their perspective on things is going to be brighter and different than someone of an older generation. Why? Simply because they have a fresher and a newer viewpoint. So their conversations are often uh, more more intriguing. They're more things said that cause you to think, like, why does she think like that, or why would she say something like that, or uh, what do she mean by that, et cetera, et cetera. And they're conversations that can take up some time, can take up some energy, and it's engaging, you know, and this is something you need for stimulation. You know, some people they have a conservative viewpoint on sex, okay, and some people believe sex occurs in the bed, okay, uh, when you get on top of her. Well, those of us who are older and know better know that if you're going to have sex that night, it actually starts that morning when you wake up. Conversations you have during the day, the transactions that you encounter with each other during the day, the things that you talk about, uh, what you express to one another all day long, and then that escalates to what happened when you hit the sack at night. So if there's nothing meaningful that goes on in your relationship during the day, well, at nighttime, nothing meaningful is going to go on there neither. You know, excuse me, y'all, because I have a phobia about flies. You know, I can't stand when flies buzz around my ear. That just, when, you know, like a fly zoom, 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 like that, a fly go past and you hear it. Oh man, that really, that gets right down to me. That aggravates, makes me want to go, you know. But anyhow, listen, back to the young Filipina. In a lot of instances, she's worth it. In some instances, she's not worth it. If it's too much drama, you know, if she doesn't, you know, Filipinas are, I say hard-headed, but they're self-motivated. And if a young Filipina is stuck in her ways, she can be very stubborn. And a stubborn Filipina is something to deal with, especially a young girl. She's something to deal with. You have to have the patience, the ability, and the skills to deal with her. And, you know, sometimes you may not want to really deal with it, you know. And if you don't want to deal with it, that's best that you just don't deal with it. But if it's something that you have to deal with and you gotta have her cooperation, you know, it can be a challenge. It can be a challenge. It can definitely be a challenge. So, you know, you need to keep that in mind. That, yeah, there's a lot of benefits, but the thing of it is you gotta weigh what it is that you're really trying to achieve with the relationship. What is the relationship? What are you trying to achieve? You know, and so that has to determine if all of the pros and cons is worth it. You know, me personally, you know, I need that extra help. I need that conversation. You know, I need that young, curious mind. You know, I need that beast in the bed. That's what I call it, a beast in the bed. But anyhow, but you know, you some people need certain things, okay, and you got to remember, you're in the fourth quarter. This is it, man. It ain't like you go push the button and redo. This is it. You know, this is it. So if you're not going for what you want, then what are you doing? If you're not going for what's going to make your fourth quarter satisfactory to you, what are you doing? You know, just what are you doing? You know, I'm a firm believer in giving other people what they need and what they want, you know. But my mama told me one time, she said, son, if you don't take care of yourself, how can you take care of somebody else? You got to first take care of yourself, you see. And if you neglect yourself, son, you're not going to be in no kind of shape to do nothing for nobody. You feel me? So that stuck with me because, you know, it helped me come to the conclusion that there's two types of people in the world, okay? There's only two types of people in this world. Can you imagine that? Out of all the billions of people in this world, there's only two types. There's givers and there's takers. Givers and takers. That's the only two type of people it is. And if you look at anybody, you'll be able to sum them down to a taker or a giver. Some people take more than they give. Some people only take. Some people never give, or what they give is anticipation of getting something in return, or is to hold their prestige or their position or whatever. It's for a reason. They're not just giving to give. Okay, and they're so into themselves that whatever they give is for a reason. They giving it for a reason. They not just giving it. They're not giving it because they figure it's gonna help you. No, it's something within them that's making them give. Then you got people who take, who just take. All they do is take. All they think about is take. Gimme, 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 gimme. Everything is gimme, gimme, gimme. You want me to do this? Gimme, gimme, gimme. You want me to do that? Gimme, gimme, gimme. That's all they think about is taking. And if you ask them to give, I don't have nothing. I ain't got nothing. I'm poor. I'm broke. I don't have nothing. I don't have nothing. No. They have nothing to give. Nothing. You ask them to do something. No, they don't even want to do nothing. If you ask them to do something, they got an attitude. So it's only two types of people: givers and takers. A giver is going to give regardless. They're going to give no matter what. They're going to give, and really, no one has to ask them to give. None of that. They're going to give. They're givers, and they're constantly going to give. They're going to give to all kind of people. They're going to give to all kind of things. They're just givers, you see. And those people are often taken advantage of simply because a lot of givers don't put any type of guardrails on their giving. They just give. But after a certain period of time, a wise giver, he begins to put guardrails, or she begins to put guardrails on what they give and how they give, simply because they know that there's a lot of people who take advantage of givers, who take from a giver just for the sake of taking, because what? They're takers. So, once again, I need you guys to subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Okay? If you're a subscriber, I appreciate you. Okay? Once again, I want to thank you guys for watching my video. Remember, there's nothing wrong with a younger Filipina. Nothing. There's nothing wrong with it. There's a lot of advantages to it. There's some disadvantages. The disadvantages would depend upon you and your characteristics. Okay? And you have to evaluate that, what you're getting yourself into with young Filipina. Okay? But I can tell you that on the most part, if you're mature enough, you're going to get more benefits than there's going to be more pros than cons. Okay? Even though there will be some cons now. Trust and believe me. But with any relationship, there's pros and cons. Okay? But you're going to find a lot more advantageous characteristics and things that you can look forward to when you engage with a younger Filipina. Okay? Especially if you're talking about giving a gift that keeps giving while you're in the grave. Okay? So listen, appreciate you guys. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the content. Remember one thing for sure and two for certain. When you help other people, you're really helping yourself. Listen, God bless. Take care. I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.